Also, for those that do not follow me on Twitter or follow anything like that, just so everybody knows, I have no idea what's going to happen. But full disclosure, I drink a lot. Like a lot. Very often. I don't really get hangovers. I don't wake up and feel like I can't do anything. I just wake up and feel like an asshole for having drank so much. And it's gotten to the point where I really want to detox real hard. So, as of last night, well, as of yesterday, I should say, we're gonna link to the playlist. It's lit AF. It's Renee's playlist. I actually made this one. It's Degenerate Vibes. I think it's public. I don't know if it's public or not. I think it is. I don't know if that link works. I don't know how Spotify works. So like I really enjoy alcohol a lot. Like a lot. I really like the taste. I like the way it makes me feel. I don't get sloppy when I drink. Like I have to have my body weight in alcohol before I start getting really shitty and sloppy. And mostly I still don't really get sloppy. I just get really angry. I'm like happy, party. And then those occasional, like once or twice a year, I turn it and I want to fight everything that moves, and I'm pissed and I hate the world and I'm mad at everybody and I hate all my friends and I yell at Renee for no reason and I'm just a miserable person. So, you know, I had we had a not awesome night on Wednesday, and that on top of, I forgot like 3/4 of the Millennium show in Seattle, in Washington D.C. I forgot the entire Seven Lions set and most of the other night from Beyond Wonderland. I forgot, like, I just had like multiple nights recently where I've retained well less than half of the night out at best. I mean, like, not, oh, do you remember? And then, oh, it's coming back to me. I mean, like, that didn't happen in my brain. Nothing. It wasn't there. I woke up from Beyond and opened my phone and saw the Calling You Home video from Seven Lions and, like, watched it. And I was, that's when it hit me that I actually had 100% no recollection of that night at all. You know, like, zero. I was so excited to see Seven Lions and Beyond, and I don't remember it at all. So Wednesday night was pretty much last straw for shitty evenings for me, so I'm finally, I want to see what happens. I have been drinking. I have not gone more than 24 hours without a drink since I got back from my last deployment in 2011. Like, I have absolutely turned into a 15-year-old drunk. No, not at all. Like the total opposite. I turn into, like, most of the time when I black out, I'm in a good mood. I'm just, no one even knows. Like, I'm just me. I don't slur. I don't stumble. I don't, like, fall all over people. I get a little bit more talkative. I dance my fucking face off, and I have a great time. And I probably yell a lot. But sometimes when it's a really shitty night, then I just become an asshole, and it's not awesome. Like, but I have to face a lot of fucking alcohol to do that, for the asshole line. But, and it just has to be just a shitty overall night for that to really take place. But I you know, I've pretty much drank every single day. I mean, I don't mean kind of like I binge drink a lot on the weekends and when we go out, which is pretty often. I mean, every single night and a lot of afternoons and some mornings too, depending on what we're doing, brunch, blah, blah, blah. But every day I have alcohol. And typically, like, I don't get trashed. I have like 2 drinks a night as a minimum, but usually more like 3 or 4, and sometimes 6 or 7 every single day. And then when we go out, I don't think I've ever had a bar tab below like $100, $150 ever. When we go to festivals, we drop hundreds of dollars on alcohol. Like, I don't even eat, really. I just drink. So, needless to say, like, it's been one of those things where I'm like, well, I've been able to, you know, maintain long-term relationships, maintain a job, maintain all those things, and it's never been a problem. I made it through the military. I did this. I was in school with a 4.0 GPA. Like, so I'm like, it's fine. I have it totally under control and it's fine. But there's just been that, like, you know, like, I mean, I've always just justified it as perfectly fine. But I think some of the shitty nights, even if they happen super infrequently, they're just not at all worth it. So as of yesterday, officially decided I'm just cold turkey. Gonna go 30 full days from now till EDC, which means also during the Seven Lions show. And I want one show where, like, I just prove that I don't need to do it. And I'll probably smoke a little weed and have some fun like that. But, you know, like, I want to just prove that I don't need to drink. And so I'm doing 30 days, stone sober. We'll see how it goes. This is day 1. This is day uno. My hands are already way sweatier than they've always been. And, like, we'll see. My gameplay is probably going to suck. I'm probably going to be irritable and shitty for... I've read a lot about the first 72 hours, depending on how heavy a drinker you are. The first 72 are, like, by far the most brutal. So, I think... I mean, the shakes is something I've been used to just by getting towards nighttime and not having started having a nightcap yet. Like, that's... I mean, if we're being fully honest, like, some of the times... Headset, stop. Some of the times that I grab a drink while streaming is because I'm just like, I feel like this, and I'm like, oh, if I just have a quick drink here, we'll kind of move that out. Make sure you don't replace drinking with too much caffeine. Caffeine's already a vice that I've overcome. For those that don't know, I used to smoke 2 packs of cigarettes a day. I used to have well over 1,000 milligrams of caffeine a day, every day, and drank more than I drink now. This is like my mellow drinking, minus the fact that I binge a lot harder because we've been going to so many music festivals and all that stuff. But a crippled guy. Much love for the half a year, my dude. Thank you for 6 months in the pit. I already drink a shit ton of water. I'm a huge advocate for drinking a crap load of water. As far as nutritionally, I'm like very on top of that stuff. It's my vices that have been crushing me for a long time. I quit smoking cold turkey for my girlfriend at the time. I was on Tinder. I was smoking a pack a day at that time. I'd cut down from 2 packs to 1. I was smoking a pack a day. I was on Tinder. I said that I didn't smoke to everybody I met because I didn't want it to be a turnoff. And I just, I was just looking to have a quick night. And then I met a girl that I wanted to date. And she was staunchly against cigarettes. And I had already told her I didn't smoke, so I just didn't anymore. It was that easy. I'd sneak the occasional one out with friends. And then, do the whole, like, scrub it off. And she probably knew. And then eventually I just straight up told her, like, look, I've basically all but entirely quit. And I did used to smoke, and she was fine with it. But it was, I basically cold turkeyed cigarettes like nothing. Honestly, the hardest one was caffeine. Caffeine, like, coming down from 1,000 milligrams a day, like, my life seemed functionless and pointless without it. Like, that was a tough one. Because I used to come in and I'd have a minimum of, I work nights in the Marine Corps. I'd go in at 4 p.m. and get out at like 4 a.m. And I used to come in and I would do a shot of the Red Line energy drinks, like a shot of Red Line. I don't even think Red Line's made anymore because it was literally basically advertising like redlining your heart. Like that was basically the joke with it, which, I'm in the fucking Marine Corps. So I'm just like, whatever, dude. The only thing stopping my heart's a bullet. Good luck. So I was drinking one of those. Those are like 340 milligrams of caffeine. Then I would pop a NOS immediately. A NOS is just like a turned up Monster. It's actually owned by Monster. NOS is like if you hate yourself and want to drink caffeine, and then Monster is like if you want to back up and be a little bit more healthy. NOS, I think, is also around 250 to 300 milligrams per bottle. And then and then I would have another shot of Red Line, usually around midnight or something like that. And then if we looked like we were going to work past 4, which happened a lot, if we were going to hit like 5, 6, 7 a.m., then I would pop another NOS around like 1 a.m. So I used to have a lot of caffeine. Nos did taste so good, dude. You wish they had a sugar calorie-free version? You shouldn't wish that. It's terrible for you. Nos is way too much. Nos is the bad energy drink stigma that energy drinks give. I would stick with the Monster Ultras. Those are a nice mellow caffeine. Yeah, I used to do that every single day while I was working. I'd have a little bit less on the weekends, but not really, because I'd go out and party and do vodka Red Bulls like an idiot the whole time. And I mean, when you get, you know, and like when you get say you get 3 vodka Red Bulls in a night, that's 250 per Red Bull. So that's 750 milligrams of caffeine from 3 vodka Red Bulls. So just food for thought, people that get vodka Red Bulls a lot. Plus all the sugar from the alcohol. Plus it makes you want to drink more because you feel less drunk. Just just food for thought with vodka Red Bulls. How's your Friday, beautiful Derek? It is looking up. It's a good Friday. Oh, I mean, actually it sucks, honestly. Like, but I feel good about I feel good about doing this whole 30 days of no drinking thing. So that's what feels good. But Avicii dying sucks. And Avicii dying of what is probably alcohol complications at 28, the same age as me, it hits very close to home as well. So if this doesn't serve as a little bit more motivation to drink less, I don't know what will. So I think it's gonna be fine. I think I know myself pretty good, and it's gonna suck. But I've never like caved to a craving like that ever. You know, when I said I was done with cigarettes, I was done. It was simple as that. I never bought, from the day that I said I was done, I never bought another pack of cigarettes. Not one single time. I did bum one here or there, occasionally if I was drunk enough with other friends that smoke. But, like, that shit was done. Mr. Salmon, of which he is very unusual. Welcome to Mother 4. Thank you, Salmon. Much love for sticking around, dude. Good luck with that. We appreciate it. I did too many energy drinks, working 12-hour night shifts at this hotel. I work reception, but effectively I was the only employee there from 10 to 7:30. Yeah, I feel you. It's hard. When you work a graveyard, it is very hard not to get super addicted to caffeine, because your sleep is never going to be as good as those who don't work graveyard, no matter what you do to your body. And you're going to get tired when you're up all night. It's just, you're going to. It's not going to happen. It is very hard to stay away. So yeah, that is why I knew that my vices weren't good for me when I was having that much caffeine, smoking, and drinking a lot. And that's what gave me such a big inspiration to really learn nutrition, because when you read about the people that die young and all that with alcohol and cigarettes and blah, 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 like, I think the reason why studies are so spread out on what we understand about alcohol and cigarettes and the long-term effects is because most people that have a problem and drink too much or smoke too much or do those things, a lot of those people like also have bad eating habits, don't go to the gym, etc., etc. So I figured, while obviously 1,000 milligrams of caffeine a day is not good for me, a pack or 2 a day of cigarettes is definitely not good for me. If I'm still working out, if I'm eating extremely well, getting a crap load of nutrients, drinking a lot of water, and getting like all of the everything that I need, that's gonna go a long way to me not being 28 years old and dying. But do you have any superstition about celebrating your birthday early? No, I don't do superstitions at all. Not so much. 6 years, weed and cigarette free, all because my dad passed away from cancer. Congrats, dude. That one, obviously that sucks a lot, but congrats for it having an impact, man. That's a good thing to do out of it, you know? I feel like when things like that happen to people go one of 2 ways. Either you start overindulging or you make a huge change, you know? Thank you for the 40 pitties, JP. Fnatic, Nora, EG, Rogue, FaZe, Liquid, Penta, Millennium, Season 7, Rainbow Six Final Teams are. Oh, damn. That's pretty cool. Juggalo, thank you for dropping the follow. Yeah, caffeine doesn't affect me. Not having caffeine affects me. If I have a monster day, I feel like a normal person. If I get to about 4 or 5 p.m. and haven't had any caffeine, I start getting a splitting, terrible headache. Like, real bad. And I mean, like, 9 minutes after I start drinking caffeine, that headache goes away instantly. My vice is being a fat, lazy fuck. Well, knock it off. Cut out drinking, never smoke when food is an issue. Yeah, I feel like everyone's got their vice, you know, and it's one thing you never want to do, in my opinion, is ever try to drop everything at one. Like, you can't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to be healthy. If you have multiple things. Like, when I was drinking a lot, smoking a lot, and doing caffeine, if I tried to, like, do caffeine and cigarettes at the same time, I would have been an idiot. You know, like, that would have never happened. Knock it off. There you go. Perfect. But, you know, I did caffeine first. I think I personally, over the smoking and the drinking, I think the caffeine was a more pressing issue for me than the other two. You know, like, lung cancer, I didn't start smoking till I was 18. So, you know, a lot of people start way earlier, and, like, I don't know. I read studies saying that, like, 18 to 25, if you smoke from 18 to 25 and have a pack a day, 7 years after you quit at 25, you're basically back to somebody that never smoked a cigarette in their life as far as risk for cancer goes. Assuming that the rest of your life isn't a fucking disaster. Red Hot Spicy Pepper, GG, Easy Lemon Squeezy. Thank you for joining the follows, dudes. If you still stream when I get home, we'll celebrate our birthday, and I'll be in boot camp on our birthday. Well, if you're still streaming when I get home, celebrate our birthday. I'll be in boot camp on... Oh, you mean on your birthday? Oh, wait, do you have a birthday the same day as me? Is that what it was? Is yours May 30th? More people die from energy drinks and cannabis medical effect. Well, I mean, I don't care. Yes. We're doing weed memes. I meant smoking cigarettes. Weed, whatever. I don't think weed's gonna do shit to people. I think it's perfect. It's fine. But I dropped soda and chemical juices and lost 20 pounds easily. Oh yeah, soda's brutal. That's like, if you're drinking soda or thing like that, if you're having one Coca-Cola a day and you switch to one Monster Ultra a day, you will be an infinitely healthier person, even though the stigma is, oh, energy drinks. If you're having one standard 12-ounce Coca-Cola, just one, which nobody does that drinks soda. People have multiple a day. I don't know anybody that's like, well, I enjoy my one soda and keep it healthy and call it. No, you don't. Soda's brutal. Soda is a brutal addiction. But if you were to just make that swap to a sugar-free energy drink or something, I sincerely think it would make a massive difference on your life. Yeah, I mean, well, I don't get soda. I was never into soda. I grew up in an Irish household, and soda was in the fridge with, like, we had three fridges in the house. There's a downstairs bar there, and that one just had, like, basic mixers. So, and then there was an upstairs fridge that had our drinks in it and our food. And then an outside in the garage fridge that had beer and mixers. The mixers were ginger ale, soda, Coca-Cola, Sprite, 7-Up. So, like, I grew up to understand soda as a mixer for alcohol. That's how so I never really got into, I was like, why would you have Coca-Cola if it's not going to have, like, Captain Morgan's in it? You know, like, that's, damn, Sombrero identified Cray in the beginning of the song. Well done, dude. That is, yeah. I've limited to one soda. I just want to stop. Other than that, one, I drink water, but with some meals, I just really want a soda. Baseface, you should really, like, give I don't know what soda you drink, but, like, if you try the Ultra Black Monster, it's kind of like a cherry Coke. I think it's great. It definitely doesn't taste like soda, but it's another flavorful drink that has zero sugar and it's just way better for you. And yeah, it has a little more caffeine. It just said 140, so it's like a cup and a half of coffee, but I don't know. I couldn't recommend that more. But this is my final vice to kick, in my opinion. I think the amount of caffeine that I have is healthy and fine. If I can do the 30 days of no alcohol, I'll probably go back to, like, a drink at night, a glass of wine, something like that. But because I also think a drink a night is healthy too. But I want to know that I don't need, like, I don't have to drink when I go out to a club. Well, Bullet Mag, I know it's all fun and jokes, but you missed all the serious part of this talk. Only soda I drink like twice a year is A&W root beer. Other sodas taste bad. Dude, root beer is good. That's the only soda I kind of miss. But orange and purple do taste exactly like orange and grape soda. That's true. If your addiction for soda is orange soda or grape soda, orange and grape Monster, best change you're gonna make in your life. Absolutely the best. If only weed were legal, I'd never drink alcohol. Yeah, I feel you. We're lucky with that. Yeah, we can play some Siege, actually. That's probably a good idea. Yeah, Crazy New Song Peaches is also the first song that she's ever sang in. She's never done that before. And it's a really good song. Is it Monster loaded? No, there's zero sugar. Nothing. Not a thing. Ultraline. So, Savu, you've been around too long to have never heard me talk about Monster Ultra. Don't troll me right now. Don't do it. The Blue Ultra I like a lot, but I don't usually recommend the blue because I've got very mixed reviews from people on that one. The white is like the go-to. I feel like everybody likes the white, at least to start, or can appreciate that they might like other ones if they try the white. The orange I also think is really good because it's a very familiar taste. It also works phenomenal as a mimosa replacement for orange juice if you want to knock the sugar out of that, or for a screwdriver replacement if you want to knock the sugar out of that and get rid of the orange juice. Because if you're going to argue that putting a cup of orange juice in your alcohol makes it a better, healthier drink for you, you're dumb. Because one, you're probably going to have more than one, and two, you're already getting plenty of sugar from the fucking alcohol, so the vodka. So I would just go with not using orange juice. The orange soda is an awesome replacement for it. But white is the classic in my opinion. The orange is a great wake up drink. The blue, I love the flavor of the blue. I like the purple one, but it's very sweet. The black one I like from time to time. It's kind of like like a black cherry flavor. Can't wait until weed is legal in Norway. Probably 10 years from that happening. The proposed government vetoed out of Parliament. Oh, feels bad, dude. I don't know why. There's so many worse things happening in the world right now. I don't know why people don't just... Maybe it's time to try Monster Sweetener in every Monster. That's like... So the Ultraline changed everything with the way that they do the Monster formula. They like that is why it's so awesome to me, and that's what made it such a kick for me, is like... What am I on Clubhouse? Where am I? The Ultraline is just like they put less caffeine. They took out a lot of like the ingredients in the energy blend. The energy blend is basically B vitamins and caffeine. That's it. They really don't have anything else. And then when it comes to the like flavor and sugar replacer, they use erythritol, which is like one of the best sugar replacers in my opinion, as far as both just not being a shit replacer and with the fact that it is not one of the carcinogen type ones. It's not bad for you at all. It's honestly from everything that we know as human beings, it's a very good replacer for sugar. That's very, very not harmful.